Another day, another box of paperbacks. Here we go. Let's start off with Beyond the Blue Event Horizon by Pole. Look at that awesome cover art. I think they made that a movie. I think I saw it. Lady Hawk. Never saw this, even though it looks like a 80s fantasy movie, which I kind of like, but I don't think I've seen this one. All right. The Young Manhood of Stud Lonigan. All right. He's just there smoking his cigarette, all his friends, my girlfriends. All right, Scribble Scrabble by Nora Ephron. Her stuff was flying a few years ago. I wonder if it still is. In Ghostly Japan, Lafcadio Hearn. All right, this guy's awesome. A lot of early, like 1800s Japan travel stuff. Conan the Swordsman by Howard. Oh, no, this is by Sprague. This is later Conan, not the original Conan. All right, I read some of the original Howard stuff. I love Conan. Herbal Beauty Care. This looks like printed in India kind of stuff. All right, Herbal Beauty Care. Cities in Flight by James Blish. All right. Mushrooms, Molds, and Miracles. I love mushrooms. All right. Meeting at Infinity by John Brunner. Now that is an awesome cover. I think I'm going to start doing little mini videos on like the plots of some of the sci-fi stuff because I kind of want to know what they're all about. Planet of No Return. I think sci-fi offers a good way to explore very interesting themes. And Starguard by Andrew Norton. We have Starguard and Planet of No Return. Awesome vintage sci-fi stuff. Another Andrew Norton, Night of Masks. Okay. Worlds Apart. Some hippie stuff. Young people and drug programs. Fun. Myths to Live by Campbell. All right. One of my favorite books is called Young to Live by. Carl Jung to Live by. Joseph Campbell's okay, cool. A lot of mythology studies, anthropology. Imperial Stars by E. Doc Smith. Look, check this guy out. This guy is decked out. He's ready to party. All right. Lovecraft, The Tomb. I think I had this book the other day. Another copy of it. Ooh, look at that. Look at that awesome cover of Fahrenheit 451. That's awesome. Looks like it's from a TV show or something. Kentucky Stud, A Hard Ride for Any Man. Blue Boy Library. The Magic Christian. All right. By Terry Southern, author of Candy. The Poetry of Soul. Here for the first time in book form is the lyrics from soul music's greatest hits. The Way of Zen. We have a little more Watts like we had the other day. Oh, a 2-for-1 again. Off Center by Damon Knight. And The Rithian Terror, also by Damon Knight. Oh, a second copy of Ray Bradbury 451. That's awesome. Let's not burn the books now. Bran Mak Morn by Howard. Oh, this is like an early this is not Conan, but this is something that Howard wrote. That's pretty awesome. All right, here we go. Ooh. The Jealous Mistress. Uh-oh, someone's gonna get in trouble with The Jealous Mistress. The Bridge of San Luis Rey by Thornton Wilder. The Day of the Triffids. I'm pretty sure that was a movie. All right. The Structuralists. From Marx to Strauss. I love anthropology. Oh, this is an awesome cover. The Book of Skulls by Robert Silverberg. That's an awesome cover. I often wonder where all the sci-fi art, like the original art, actually is. Coming Up for Air by Orwell. I don't know this one. George Orwell's Coming Up for Air. I don't know that one. Bradbury, I Sing the Body Electric. That's an awesome cover. Read a little bit of Bradbury in my life. Hitchcock's A Baker's Dozen of Suspense Stories. What we got here? Lucille Roberts, The 14-Day Makeover Plan. Lucille Roberts must say a fortune. Platoon by Adam Singer. This is a different platoon. This is like World War I platoon's probably a lot darker than Vietnam platoon. Oh, what do we got here? The Cross of Frankenstein. Talk about a paperback cover. That's awesome. All right, what do we got here? The Rampa Story by Lobsang Rampa. Awesome. Grimm's World by Werner Vinge. Oh, Battlestar Galactica. Look at that awesome paper. It might be the first paperback edition. I don't know. But this is from the original show, not the new one. The new one was pretty awesome. Never saw the old one. The Dark Dominion. Is this vampire? 8 terrifying tales of vampires and werewolves. All right, we got here. Simak, Our Children's Children. All right. Man, the Unknown by Corral. I get this in hardcover all the time. What do we got here from Beyond Earth's Gates by Paget and Elsie Moore. And we have on the other side Daybreak 2250. That's pretty cool. All right. Oh, we got The Shadow, number 3, Green Eyes. Okay. Ooh, we got the Beat Generation and the Angry Young Men, Kerouac, Osborne, Mailer, Ginsberg. It's an anthology of 50s like beat authors. First on Mars. That looks like a perfectly suitable vehicle to be on Mars with. Okay. The Shadow, the Ghost Maker. The Shadow. Breakfast of Champions by Vonnegut. I once found a typewritten letter by Vonnegut, which is pretty cool. The Kama Sutra. And Born in Tibet. We have some Eastern stuff. James Baldwin, The Fire Next Time. Always wanted to read James Baldwin. I always hear him talk, but I never read his books. The Earth Tripper by Leo Kelly. So it's like, I don't know, an alien trapped in an alien world, or just someone that took a little too much of a dose. I don't know. The Beguiled. Thomas Cullinan's The Beguiled, now a stunning film. The horrifying story of a young soldier trapped in a house of haunted women. A house of haunted women. Little Fuzzy by Beam Piper. That's pretty cool. Little tiny alien Chewbacca robots. It Can't Happen Here, but it already has. Hess. Kingsor's Last Summer. Magicians by James Gunn. All right. The Bell Jar, a book I was supposed to read in high school and I never read it. Please let me know if I should have read it. Portrait of an Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce with awesome vintage cover art. The something papers. I don't even know what the YouTube rules are with saying that word, but there it is. Okay. The Tarot. Learn to predict the future through the ancient art of the tarot. History of Sexuality by Michael Foucault. There's some awesome debates with Foucault on YouTube. Just him and other philosophers just going at it. The Shadow by The Shadow, Master of Darkness 2. The Shadow. Oh, same book. Cool. 2 copies of that. Another Shadow. The Romanov Jewels by The Shadow. The Sea Wolf by Jack London. It's a classic. All right, we're getting to the bottom of this box. Ooh, okay, we have Olympia Press. Whenever you see this green cover of the Traveler's Companion Library, the Thieves' Journal, this is the Olympia Press. And these were books that were printed in France because basically no English press would want to touch them back during the time of censorship. So whenever you see this, a lot of it very important. Lolita was printed this way. Quite a few important books were printed first by this Olympia Press Traveler's Companion Edition. I don't know if it's the first edition or not, but this is kind of like a risque press from France that would print things the British and the Americans wouldn't print. Homenaje a Salvador Allende by Fidel Castro and Beatriz Allende. All right, little Castro in there. Lovecraft, The Lurking Fear. Cloudman. Car Kabbalah by George H. Smith. And we also get The Tower of Medusa by Lynn Carter. All right. The Haight-Ashbury. All right, like a 60s, a history of the Haight-Ashbury. That's cool. What do we got here? Some Hollywood stuff. We got Libby, the autobiography. Well, not the autobiography, but the biography of Libby Holman. All right. Libby Holman. The Problem of Pain by C.S. Lewis. In Search of Dracula, a true history of Dracula and the vampire legends. Vlad. Golden Hawk by Frank Yerby. Demons of the Dancing Gods. That looks like an awesome book. This is going to have to be one of those what is going on here books. I'm going to do a little series on what is going on here. I can't say the word. Chivon by Piers Anthony, but it's an awesome cover. The Secret Happiness of Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn's first husband talks about his teenage bride, their life together, and the ambitions that tore them apart. The Making of Star Trek. That's pretty cool. Like a behind the scenes of how they made Star Trek. The Killing by Lionel White. That's an awesome, awesome, awesome cover. All right. Gentleman of Pleasure. First the happy hooker, now Silky the pimp. The shocking story of his profession with explicit photos of his world and his women. All right. Oh, followed by Oriental Sex Manners by Howard Levy. What a name. All right. Ron Guyot, The Wicked Cyborg. Bad cyborg. Bad. We got some Edgar Allan Poe, Mystery and Imagination by Edgar Allan Poe. Cool cover art. All right, last few books here. We have The Affairs of Caroline Cherie. Right. Every bet's a sure thing. What's going on? Who's whipping who? Wait, see it? Oh boy. Talk about being whipped. There you go. The Diary of Anne Frank, early paperback edition. Bear Trap. Johnny the Doll runs afoul of gamblers, goons, and girls in Bear Trap. Last book in the box is The Official Report on the Commission on Obscenity and Pornography. The complete text of the report. All right. That was a pretty awesome box. I want to just watch them go back in. All right. We had James Baldwin. We had Foucault. We had The Shadow. What else did we have? Well, I'm thinking of making videos where I do short little videos where I look up some of these really bizarre, especially the sci-fi stuff. And I kind of just want to know what happens in these books. And we could just, I could find out for you guys and make little videos on the plots of some of these really, really strange sci-fi books, which we don't have 400 lives to live and all read. And they're not going to make them all movies. So, like, what happens in Night of Mass by Andre Knight? Or in The Planet of No Return? Or Meeting at Infinity? I kind of want to know. When I see these crazy-looking books, I kind of feel a little envious of the people who've had the pleasure to read them. I, sadly, don't have the leisure to read all these books. So I kind of want to find out either way. Maybe make little videos out of it. I want to read this guy, Lafcadio Hearn. Just, you know, Japan at the turn of the century. Whatever. Till next time.